How to become a UAE resident. 2 seconds and I tell you all about this very interesting topic. Hello everyone, my name is Maria Rubert, lawyer and arbitrator with a base in Dubai in the UAE for the past 15 years. Today I'm gonna try to make it very simple, in very simple steps, to answer a very recurrent question. How do I become a UAE resident? What do we mean by becoming a UAE resident? But if you want to live in the UAE, if you want to do business in the UAE, you will need to live in the UAE. So you will need to have a visa and an Emirates ID. How do you do that? There are traditional ways and new ways to do that. The traditional ways, and still valid today, are mainly you come and you work for a company. Another option is you come and you set up a company. So it will be you first set up the company and then the company sponsors you. As when you find a job, it will be your employer, the company, sponsoring you. Or you can also get a visa if you are the direct family member of a Dubai resident. Yes, those are the three traditional means. Then there is a new option since a few years back, which is what we know as the golden visa. There is the golden visa, but then there are also another options that I will talk about. But to concentrate on the golden visa, the beauty is that the traditional visas will give you up to 2 years, 1 or 2 years visas, but the golden will give you 10 years. And this is great because it's not about the cost of the renewal, it's about the headache of having to renew your visa every 2 years, and also having to file with banks, with authorities, your new identification. This can be a headache. So how can you get the 10-year visa? You can invest in real estate, 2 million, the property has to be 2 million. You can also make fixed deposit, and the fixed deposit will need to be 2 million. There is also a taxpayer. If you pay more than 250,000 dirhams to the tax authorities in the UAE, you will have the option to apply for the golden visa. And then there are other options, such as what happens if you don't set up a company, if you don't come to live to the UAE, but you buy a property of 1,900,000 dirhams. It's not more than 2 million, so you will not be able to apply for the golden visa, but you will be able to apply for a 2-year investor's visa. So that's also an option. They also have remote workings visa. So, but this is limited because you don't come here to work. You come here to work for someone else abroad that allows you to work from the distance. Yeah, so these are limited. Why? So you won't be able to sponsor. If you have a family, this is not the right track for you. So we will need to revise. So the first step is to see in which box we plug you, or you want to plug yourself. And then once we know this, if you are gonna go for employment, unless you are coming to work with us, the company that is going to employ you will give you all the documents and will make you follow the steps, because they will need to initiate them. You cannot initiate them by yourself. But beyond that option, the steps are the same, whether they are guided by you, by us, or by that employer, that company that will be employing you. So the first step is to request the e-visa. Yes, an e-visa is a paper that is applied, and then with that document you can fly into the UAE. So you will be registered as coming in with that visa already, pre-approval. It's a pre-approved visa. Yeah, it's not the final visa, because there are steps that I'm going to be telling you about that you will need to fulfill in order to get your visa, your final visa, the valid visa. Yes, so what happens? Can you start the process while in the UAE? Yes, you can. But once we get the e-visa for you, we will need to apply for change of status. Why? Because the regular path to apply and to process a visa is by the applicant being outside. So if you are inside, we will need to request for change of status. Once the change of status is finalized, which usually it's by stamping, the authority stamps the e-visa, the document that is the first step, then you can proceed to medical test. Medical tests in the UAE, for first-time applicants, they will do a blood test and they will do a chest X-ray. So they look for infectious diseases and major problems, major illnesses. Usually I've been here 15 years. I only had an issue once with a client. We knew he had a cancer, so the medical test failed, but then we had to submit all the documents that he knew that he was under treatment, that he had the right insurance, and then he was approved. Yes. So after the medical test, you do the medical test. There is VIP or normal. Usually you'll get it within the same day, and then you can proceed to fingerprinting. Yes, for the Emirates ID. For the Emirates ID. This is more tricky because it goes by schedule. And the medical test, you can go anytime. No need, actually you cannot pre-book. So you must go and wait in line if there is a lot of people. But as I am saying, there is VIP and non-VIP, so VIP is very, very fast. Then you go fingerprinting. It's possible to advance. There are many centers, so if in a hurry, we can try to even if it's far away from your location, but you will be able to get sometimes it's possible, not always. It doesn't depend on anyone, depends on the system. Yeah. Then once you do the fingerprinting, within 2 days you will be able to download your Emirates ID from the application called UAE-ICP, but the physical card you will only receive approximately 1 week after you do the fingerprinting. Yeah, that's the step. It's very important to stress that the IDs need to be renewed. And if you get 2 years visa, it will need to be renewed every 2 years. Another aspect that I think is important to mention is what happens to dependents. Imagine you are working for a company and you want to change your job. Your wife and your kids all are under you. So what's gonna happen? Well, it depends. Yeah. Sometimes if you change Emirates as well, you will need to cancel and do from scratch. But if you are changing positions within the same Emirate, you will be able to put their visas on hold. So you pay a little bit of money. I think it's 2,000 dirhams. You pay 2,000 dirhams and then they put it on hold, and then they give you 1 month to cancel your current visa, get a new visa, and replug them under you. Yes, and then they give you back the deposits to ensure that you are gonna do it. So these are the options and the routes to become a UAE resident. Once you evaluate and you know which route you want to take, the steps are the same for everyone. E-visa, entering the country or doing the change of status. From the e-visa, you have 60 days to fly in, by the way. Yes, this is important because if you don't have a very flexible calendar, this needs to be known by the person who is going to be doing your application, because otherwise they will need to reapply later on, and there are always issues when you do something with immigration that doesn't go well. So it's better to do it right from the beginning. So e-visa, job offer, usually if you're going to work with someone, job offer, then e-visa, then you walk into the country or you do a change of status. Medical tests. You pass the medical test, you are fit, then fingerprinting. 2 days later, you are able to download, in most cases, the Emirates ID from the UAE-ICP, and 1 week later, usually you receive via post the physical ID. So I hope that this is of assistance to all of you thinking to become UAE residents. We are waiting for all of you. If you have learned a little bit, if this video has clarified any doubts, please do like it. Please do subscribe to my channel to get to new information as soon as it is out. And you can also follow me on social media, because I also talk about other areas of my practice and of being a lawyer and being a Dubai and UAE resident. Thank you so much for your loyalty and for watching my video. And don't forget, if you have general questions, send them to me. I'm very happy to produce these videos that can be used by many of you. So please shoot me general questions. Thank you very much.